What assumability is, it means somebody else can actually take over your mortgage, takes over your interest rate, takes over the current balance of the loan, takes over your payment. That is what assumability is. Now, contrary to popular belief, you don't have to be a veteran to actually assume a VA loan. You just have to get approved for it. 5 key advantages of VA loans, and this is part 4, which are VA loans are assumable. But before I begin, I have to show you my awesome shirt. I'm a Star Wars fan. If you want to turn it off now, that's okay. But you know, I'm a Star Wars fan, so we're just going to keep rolling with this. Okay, so VA loans. VA loans are assumable. So this is a really huge advantage for anybody that currently is trying to sell a house and runs into a scenario where, let's just say, interest rates have risen and home values may be doing whatever they're doing. Let me just kind of paint a couple of scenarios, and then we'll kind of show you how this benefits you. So here's what assumability is. It means somebody else can actually take over your mortgage, takes over your interest rate, takes over the current balance of the loan, takes over your payment. That is what assumability is. Now, contrary to popular belief, you don't have to be a veteran to actually assume a VA loan. You just have to get approved for it. Now, the problem with that, though, for the current veteran or active duty service member that has the VA loan being assumed, is that, guess what? That entitlement that you have is not freed up. So it's a double-edged sword. So not many people actually do that. They normally want the assumability comes in when another veteran or somebody else with VA entitlement actually assumes the VA loan. Now, I haven't seen a whole lot of assumable assumptions recently, just because rates have gotten down so low and people would rather just get a new VA loan anyway. And plus, VA loans are typically financed 100%, and most lenders don't know what they're doing, so they don't let people finance up to 100% if there's that gap between the VA loan and the 100%. I'll get into that in a second. So there hasn't been a whole lot of assumptions going on now, but let's look at where we are today. We're currently in a 2.25% to 2.75% interest market. Let's just say we're in a really low interest rate environment, which we are now. And personally, I just give you my stint on the real estate market. I think real estate has been, it's been going nuts recently. And if you've been not living under a rock, you know that trying to buy a house right now is look for a good analogy some other day, but it's really, really hard. Let's just say there's multiple offers, and then trying to use your VA benefits to buy a house has been very, very difficult. So in any event, so most people are not doing the assumption route. They're just selling it on the open market. Now, this is very possibly going to change very soon. Let's just say we go back to financial crisis era, or heaven forbid, interest rates go up a full percent. So now we're sitting in a 3.75% interest rate market, or over 4% interest rate market on the VA loans, which, by the way, is not a bad interest rate. And then you're talking about interest. Let's just say home values don't continue to go up. And that's part of the problem with assumability too, is that when you assume a mortgage, you assume the balance. So it's not like you go, oh, I'll sell you my house and just go ahead and take over my loan. We'll just call it a day. It doesn't work that way. So if you have a mortgage balance of only $450,000, right, but your home is worth $500, and you sell it for $500. Well, if they assume your $450 loan, there's $50,000 that needs to be made up there. So that typically comes in the form of cash. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of why assumability has not been super popular. However, in a market where the real estate is not increasing, or if people are getting top dollar for their homes right now, they can have somebody assume their VA loan at the low interest rates of today. And maybe there won't be that big of a delta that they need to worry about between the actual sales price and the loan value. So VA loans a lot of times will actually finance more than the value of the house when they buy. So typically, let's say an active duty guy, PCS is in Northern Virginia, they buy a $500,000 house and they've got a funding fee. So it's got a second use funding fee. So what happens is that you still don't put any money down, but the active duty service member will finance that funding fee. And that funding fee could be, over $15,000. So all of a sudden they owe $515,000 and change, but they only bought the house for $500. Then they go to sell the house. They sell it, let's say a year or two later for $520. Well, hey, they've paid down the mortgage a little bit, but the delta is not that big. So in a long-winded way, I'm saying that their assumability is going to become quite in vogue pretty soon when we see interest rates increase and you see that, that home values are not going to continue along this path. It just can't sustain. I saw statistic recently that home prices in Northern Virginia, the Northern Virginia area, and this is true across the country, by the way, it's not just Northern Virginia, but in Northern Virginia, it was something like 15% in just last year appreciation. I mean, that's crazy. Homes appreciating for over almost 1.5% per month. Now you wonder why appraisers are having trouble keeping up with the times. But in any event, hey, VA loans are assumable. This is really one of the key advantages of this loan. You can have a veteran assume it. You can have a non-veteran assume it with obviously some challenges there. But if you have any questions about assumability, see the link in the description. Hopefully my team will not forget to put a link in the description. Right, team? Anyway, yeah, I can't believe I even spoke this long about assumption. I mean, it's not a really rich topic, but here I am just rambling about assumabilities, like it's something so cool that everybody should know about it. But anyway, well, now you know about it. Assumability. I'm sure I've left something out, so if you have any questions, just give us a call and we'll answer anything you have. All right, take care.